Hello, my name is Richard Carroll, and I am a house principal at Arlington High School. I'm honored to be able to share with you during Black History Month a little bit about an American hero, my personal hero, Arlington legend Charlie Johnson. In the early 2000s, Arlington Middle School social studies teacher Mr. Andy Aronson engaged his students in an authentic learning opportunity by researching the Arlington graduates who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. Andy had heard about one of them, Charlie Johnson, at a barbecue from his colleague at AMS, Don Dingy Jr., whose father, a 1950 graduate of Arlington High School, had been saved by Charlie in the Korean War. Soon thereafter, Andy's students uncovered Charlie's amazing story of valor, that it is an uniquely Arlington story. Shortly after Charlie graduated from Arlington High School in 1951, he attended Howard University for a semester, and then he decided that he wanted to serve his country by enlisting in the United States Army. The Korean War was the first conflict that the United States was engaged in that was fully integrated, with blacks and whites fighting side by side. While soldiers were sharing with one another where they were from, Charlie and Don Dingy realized that they had ended up on the same battlefield, a strategically important hill on the border between South Korea and North Korea called Outpost Harry. The fighting there was intense, and the North Koreans had the support of the Chinese army, who outnumbered and came at the American force intensely and in large numbers. One night during a ferocious firefight, Don was severely wounded and immobilized by a grenade. Charlie administered first aid and then fashioned a harness out of their belts to drag Don to relative safety of a bunker. He continued to assist the other wounded men to the bunker, single-handedly saving at least 8 soldiers directly. He told Don and the rest of the men to play dead when they were overrun by Chinese soldiers. And after they had left, he rearmed them and told Don that he was going to go back out there and continue to fend off the enemy until reinforcements arrived. Sadly, Charlie was killed trying to protect Don and the other soldiers. Charlie's story was suppressed for decades because he was black. Don and his friends, Jerry Haight, Bob Gee, Robert Hooker, Lou Malella, and others joined forces with Arlington Superintendent Frank Pepe, Melissa Erlbacher, Andy Aronson, Paul Fanuelli, and myself to keep Charlie's story alive and to advocate for his proper recognition. Students at Arlington Middle School wrote and performed a play for elementary school students depicting Charlie's heroic story. Elementary students wrote a book called Charles Buddy Johnson, and in 2010, Charlie's story finally got national spotlight when it was featured at the Memorial Day concert on the Green in Washington, D.C., where Gary Sinise and Dennis Haysbert gave a dramatic reading of the story with the National Symphony Orchestra playing background music. That same year, at the dedication of the Wall of Remembrance at Arlington High School, Charlie was awarded the third highest honor a soldier can attain for valor, the Silver Star. Not fully satisfied with this honor, Don and his friends, including the aforementioned Arlington staff, continued to advocate for Charlie to receive the Congressional Medal of Honor. Because of then Congressman Antonio Delgado's proposed bill to the Congress to award Charlie the Medal of Honor, along with Congressman Pat Ryan's advocacy with the Department of Defense to change the rules from limiting the award being given only to soldiers within 5 years of their valorous acts, Charlie was finally awarded the highest honor that can be bestowed on a service member for valorous conduct, the Congressional Medal of Honor, on January 3rd, 2025. I was lucky enough to be able to attend the ceremony where Charlie's youngest sister, Juanita Mendez, received the posthumous award on behalf of Charlie and the whole Johnson family. Charlie Johnson, our great Arlington American hero, finally received the recognition he deserved. Please join me in celebrating Charlie Johnson during Black History Month and beyond for exhibiting the 8 character traits that we hold up as a model for how to live our lives. With loyalty, brotherhood, compassion, patriotism, selflessness, courage, responsibility, and integrity. May we all strive to be like Charlie.